Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's just me going out for a solo camp this time, way up into the mountains. It's a bit last minute because I seen snow coming in on the forecast and I didn't want to miss it, so picked up the bag and quickly came out. So it's just me this time, but I'm coming back up to the spot that I was last week, way up into the mountains, and hopefully there's 20 or so centimeters of snow. It's going to be freezing cold. Got a massive new sleeping bag from Big Agnes to try out, so that's going to be cool. And maybe the ultimate down jacket. Also, I'm bringing real food this time, burgers. But I got a massive 800 meter slog up the mountain ahead of me, and they got to set up camp, chop wood, all the stuff. So it should be a good camp. And I'll see you further on the trail. It's going to be a hard climb, guys. See you soon. Made it up onto the ridge, been going for exactly 2 hours. Now it kind of undulates for a kilometre or so before I come out to the tussocks. But man, that's a grueling climb. As you can see, completely dripping wet again. But I'm feeling strong. I didn't weigh my pack for this trip, but I'm assuming that it's probably heavier than last time, although I don't have the Helleberg tent. But I do have my frying pan and a massive sleeping bag. And Victoria's not carrying the mat for me. But feeling pretty good. As you can see, there's snow on the beech leaves. I don't know if that's fresh from last night. It could have been, or lingering. But I'm definitely above the freezing level up here. There's ice on the ground, and it's just bitterly cold. But I'll carry on, make it out to the tussocks, get some water, and then come back to your campsite for set up. A pretty beautiful walk up here. Quite amazing, really. Finally made it into camp. Walking across those tussocks was absolutely amazing. Getting water from the tarn, just like the perfect views. That's why I come up here, it's just so nice. But that climb, it's hard work and I'm cooling off pretty fast, so I got my little vest on. But gonna camp in the same spot as I did last time with Victoria, just because it's so perfect. But it's real cold, the ground's like fully frozen. There's quite a bit of snow in this little clearing. There's some clouds in the sky and it shades the sun, and I don't know what the temperature is. It's freezing, but we've got to get the tent set up quick. I don't know when the weather's coming in, it's probably a bit later. But probably do the same configuration as last time, but I've got quite a lot of different gear, so it should be pretty cool. And get fire going, have some treats, but good to be here. Better get set up. Alright, I got everything set up, the tarp set up real nice and taut. They got good space out and good room all in under here. Going to get everything into the tent. I'll show you my new massive sleeping bag. Get my big Agnes Zoom UL pad blowing up. And I'll probably get a coffee on or something. Although it's pretty late for coffee, maybe tea. But my fingers are numb, even with my gloves on. That's how cold it is. So I better keep moving and get everything sorted out, get the tent set up. This is the sleeping bag, this massive beast. It actually compacts down pretty small. There's so much down in this. See it lofting up. Alright, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I'm freezing. I don't know if it looks cold on the camera, but it's real cold out here. As soon as I've stopped moving, I'm freezing. But I've got my big Agnes Skyline UL insulated chair cover, so that's pretty luxurious and comfortable. Picked that up at the gear shop. We've got two now, so Victoria won't be stealing mine when we go together. But I've also got something else to show you. It's this. This is quite special. Also, collect this item from the gear shop. This is the RAB 0G down jacket. 1000 full power, 130 grams of down, ultra lightweight. It's really designed for like alpine climbing, but it's also good for not freezing, sitting around and keeping your weight down. So I'm gonna get this thing on. It's an absolute beast. It's way warmer than the other jacket that I wear of the green sleeves. I'll get a cup of tea on, warm up, then I gotta collect firewood, I suppose. But this jacket, I'll talk more about it later and show you more of it, but this thing's a beast. So I left the car at 12:40 and now it's about 4 o'clock. So it takes quite a lot of time to get up here, get set up, do all the filming and do everything. And the temperature's just plummeting now, and like there's pretty dark clouds coming over, so I'm not sure how much snow there's going to be. I think it could be up to 30 centimeters, 20 centimeters, or maybe only 10, maybe 5, I don't know. The forecast's been all over the place, so it's a bit hard to know what's going to happen, but I'm set up for heavy snow, and I'm set up for absolutely freezing temperatures. I think the forecast did say it was going to get to -7 degrees tonight. With that massive lofty bag, I'll be totally fine with that. And this jacket, it just feels like luxury. It's so light. It actually weighs exactly the same as my MacPack Icefall, but this is just so much warmer. I'm just wearing this and a base layer, and it's freezing here, and I feel good. So I have this tea, have some biscuits, relax, just chill for a bit because I've been flat out, might have a soup too. And then I guess I got to get on to the firewood. There's a little bit of a breeze, I don't know if you can see the tarp moving, but it's really cold. This cup of tea will warm me up. Come back to you for firewood, I think. It's so cold. There's dark clouds on the hills. Something's coming. I changed out of my fancy down jacket to gather wood because it's quite a delicate material and I don't want to rip it on the twigs. So I got my little hard shell on. I'm going to venture into the forest, chop down a few trees, get some twigs and get set up for the evening. It's getting real cold, the clouds are still coming in, but it should be nice once we got the fire going. So let's do the wood montage. Whew. It's a big one. Alright, what I'm going to do is light the fire, gather up a bunch of little sticks, twigs off the trees, and I've built this little barrier kind of to contain it. I'll put some of these logs at the bottom so it gets hot and kind of melts down onto them, and then just twigs, and chuck a huge lump of fire starter in there. I got this going in the Snowstorm the other day, so I mean this is a huge chunk. This will burn easy, and there's like no wind. The only problem will be will the lighter go because it's so cold. But yeah, no wind, everything's super dry. And then I've just got to build pretty much just biff a bunch of twigs on top. And she'll be right, mate. And I'm really going to need this fire. Getting the wood's such hard work. You can see I've got quite a nice big neat pile here. Which is unlike me, you know. Usually I've got wood strewn around the campsite, but I'm trying to up my game for you guys. So thumbs up for a tidy camp. And hopefully this fire just gets on going. Should be all good. Looks like the fire's going pretty good. You're starting to get some real heat coming out of it. These logs are pretty dry, so they're burning quite nice. But I think what I'm going to do is get changed out of my rain jacket back into the puffy jacket and get ready to settle in for the evening. But this is so nice. Fire's just going great. No wind blowing smoke at me, and the snow's coming, hopefully. So starting to get a bit chilly, so I think I'll get changed into my final form and then maybe have another hot drink before dinner. But I'll just make sure this fire's going real good. Should have enough wood for several hours, so all is well. This is my setup. I got the MacPack Alpine pants, and underneath I've got some icebreaker merinos, and then on the top I've got a 200 icebreaker merino, the Polartec Alpha Direct fabric thing. This is really warm. It weighs 150 grams, and it's a great layer to go under this big new Rab jacket, which I tell you what, this thing is so comfortable to wear. I just got to be real careful next to the fire that I don't get sparks on it, because it's quite delicate. I'm sitting here in the big Agnes chair warmer, living the dream. I think I might have a cup of tea, then I'll probably cook dinner, do the Wagyu burgers. But it's just nice to relax. I'm not going to ramble on about a whole lot tonight, just chill. The water in the kettle's turned to ice. Man, it's going to be a cold night tonight. Someone said in the comments, if you slurp one more time, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Well, mate, see you later. Wow. This beats a D-high meal any day. Swiss cheese, Wagyu patties, brioche buns. What is tomato sauce? Guys and girls, check this out. It's the ultimate burger. I actually have got hungry all of a sudden. I wasn't that hungry before, but now I am after smelling this meat. Oh, I didn't bring a plate because I'm trying to be ultra light. So I have to be careful not to make a mess of my nice new jacket. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is the life. Burgers are just different when you're up here. Turn my head torch down. Yeah, when you're up here, a burger's just so much nicer. You got to come out and try it for yourself. So I brought up 4 patties, which is 400 grams of Wagyu beef, and 4 slices of cheese. So I'm gonna have another burger after this one. 10 out of 10. I'm not even exaggerating. Tomato sauce. I probably should have brought a plate. It does make things a lot easier when dealing with the likes of burgers. Although the walk up felt alright. That's my alarm to put the rubbish bins out at home. Guys, here's round 2 of the burgers. I'm gonna eat this bad boy, maybe right in front of the camera. Oh my, it's literally juicing everywhere. Sorry if you don't like watching people eat, but it's my channel. These Coughlin's little dispenser bottles are super convenient. Look at that. Sauce just comes out. I've got maple syrup in another one because I'm gonna have crumpets and butter for breakfast. I mean, look at that. That's so beefy and delicious.
First Light Farms Wagyu patties. Try them out if you can get your hands on them. Not sponsored. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this, tidy up, chill out for a bit. I got a hot chocolate which I might have, and I'm really excited to show you guys inside the tent. It's a pretty immaculate setup in there, the new sleeping bag. But yeah, I'm just gonna relax. No rush to do anything. The snow's coming around 9 o'clock, I think. It's about 7 now. It's freezing cold. But I'm pretty warm in this jacket, it's legit. But I'll come back to you guys later. Look at this. It's like a luxury hotel. The fairy lights, the big bag. It's going to be a good night in here. I don't think there's going to be too much snow, so I probably won't adjust the tarp. Famous last words, probably collapse on me in the night. Look at this. This is the big Agnes Cinnabar. I think it's a negative 28 degree bag. It's got 850 fill power down, and I think there's about 1.2 kilos of it. And yeah, look at this beautiful color. It's like a real soft plush outer. I think it's Pertex Quantum, same as this jacket. And then the inside is this nice dark blue, and that's like taffeta nylon, so it's really soft, wicks moisture. But this bag is like insane. I'm not going to wear socks. I usually wear socks in the bag, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take the down jacket off as well, but I'll just leave it on for now when I'm moving around. Oh man. It's pretty extreme. I'd prefer if there was a zip down this side as well, so I could get, just move around in it a bit more, have a few more options, but it's a minimalist bag for expeditions, so I can see why they didn't incorporate that. Far out. It's like being encased in down. There's so much underneath too, it like lofts up between my legs. But I'll give you a few more angles of this, and I'll show you some more inside the tent, but it's pretty cozy in here, eh? It's quite nice, especially with these lights. I'm just looking out, I can see the fire, and there's no wind, so it's just peaceful. There's also, if you've noticed, there's no weckers here. The other stupid little birds that you see in my videos crawling around in the background, stealing my food. There's just none up here for some reason, so I can be fully relaxed. It's rather pleasant. Just been lying in the bag for a bit. It's so comfortable. It's freezing cold, and I'm just lying in here like I'm in a hot tub. I might overheat tonight, but maybe not. The fabric's just so soft and plush. Look at this. This soft. Look at this loft. It's just insane. It's a pretty cool bag. The Cinnabar. All this big Agnes stuff's pretty cool actually. The pad as well, the chair, and this tent. You can pick it all up at the gear shop. Real good stuff. I like it. I use it a lot, so I've tested it out and it works good. But I think I'm going to head off to sleep. It's been a great night. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a pretty cruisy camp, just me going solo. No bad weather so far. I think I can hear maybe a few bits of something hitting the tarp, but it's been just chilled out and nice. But I'm going to go to sleep and see you guys in the morning, unless there's a storm that comes through in the night, which is a possibility. But yeah, I'll give my thoughts on the bag when I wake up. But good night everyone, see you in the morning. I just woke up. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and you can hear that sound, that tick 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 sound. The mic's probably picking it up. There's some pretty decent snow coming down, and I didn't bring the tarp down. Woo! It's a pretty fine snow, and it's really dry. It's very cold, but man, I usually don't sleep that well. I slept through to 3. Just in the bag, super cozy. There's quite a bit of snow coming down. If this continues, it's going to be a pretty good dump. Nice. Good morning, people. The temperature has dropped dramatically and the winds have picked up. There's spin drift coming into the tent. You can see some kind of up there. The fly in this tent doesn't go right to the ground, so it's kind of exposed, but I'm so happy I brought this big bag. It's got an armhole, so I've got my arm through this little hole so I can keep warm. But I think I might get a coffee on, and I'm not going to get up yet because it's just too cold and it's windy and snow blowing everywhere. But I have a coffee from bed, and then we'll assess the situation. Oh, look at this. This thing is glorious. Oh no. You can see. It's just coming in. Oh no, my chair. It's piling up out there. I don't know if you can see, but there's the spin drifts getting in the tent, blowing up and under. This is pretty rough camping conditions, to be honest, but I'm actually loving it. This is exactly what I wanted. But getting out of bed is going to be real rough. Brews from the tent in the storm. It's not really stormy. Oh yeah, it kind of is. These epic drip coffees, quite convenient, quite nice. There's this big chunks of ice and snow, spin drift coming in. This jacket though, man, this is a game changer. To have something so warm but still this light. A really good jacket. I'll put the link in the description to all the gear that I've used in this video. The big bag, absolutely excellent. I'm real happy I took the bag versus the quilt for these types of conditions where there's just wind blowing around in this tent. And yeah, the jacket, an absolute game changer. I mean, if you want to treat yourself, get one of these. But everything's performing excellently. It's like a big Agnes trip, this one. They make good gear. Far out. My chair's outside, absolutely covered in snow, so don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sit out in these conditions because there's just so much snow blowing around. But we'll give it a go. I'll enjoy this coffee. Then I've probably got to get up, I suppose. Oh no, the boots are frozen. Far out, look at this. I left my chair out, spin drift. Just came over everything. My hats. It's frozen like a rock, I mean. That's my hat. It's frozen sweat from the walk in. Oh no. At least it's all dry snow. Oh, gotta get my gloves on. They're frozen too. Far out. Fingers better warm up in here. Wind's died down a bit, and I can see some stars. So it looks like the worst of it's past. Also, it looks like the tarp because the snow was so dry, it kind of just fell off of the wind. Got to zip myself up. It's absolutely freezing cold out here. This is the coldest camp that I've done. Holy cow, it's cold. Right, I'm gonna get set up and get my crumpets on, I guess. But this is pretty special to be out like this. This is my backpack. I think, whoa. I'm gonna have to melt some snow because I'm pretty much out of water. But this stove should be capable of doing it. So we'll see how that works, if it works. But I guess I just gotta get some snow in my kettle. I need a lighter. Oh my goodness, this is a mission. Alright, get this little fire maple and see how good it is, eh? If I invert the gas canister, it should burn in these freezing temps better. But I'll just have to keep piling snow. Got a little bit of leftover water which I'll put in. Keep filling it with snow and get some water so I can make another coffee. But this is crazy. Got to get another one of these coffees on. Whew. Having this. And then I have my crumpets, which is the first time on the channel that I'll be having them. So I'll see how they go. Just a simple breakfast, no mucking around. They might be the next best thing since burgers, but we shall see. Oh, I can smell that coffee already. Look at the dishcloth. It's like a frozen brick. But I'm amazed at how warm this down jacket is. It's incredible. Oh. I got a boil. Got a lot of water in here. Oh, shivers. It's melting. The cups. Actually, I'll put the cup on here. The cup was melting the snow as I put the hot water in. And sinking. But you couldn't really ask for better conditions. Got the snow dump over the night time, and then I wake up and the wind stopped. And there's heaps of snow. There's probably like 20, could be even 30 centimeters. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm in the trees here, so it kind of gets hit on the trees and doesn't build up as much. But when I walk out to the mountains, we'll be able to assess. But you might think I'm crazy for coming out in these conditions. Like, why do you do this? I reckon it's the best type of camping. You beat the elements and you have the challenge and you get to see like the scenery when it's at its best. I think these beech trees, like absolutely covered in snow, all the little sparkling bits of ice everywhere, and you get to wrap yourself up in like big sleeping bags. It's just fun. But this is the type of camping that I like best. Summer's cool because you can swim in the lakes and you get long days and nice evenings, but there's just something so special about being out in these type of conditions. It's like surviving, beating the elements in comfort. And I certainly was comfortable, and I am comfortable. I'm warm, got coffee, got good food, and I had a real good sleep. Got this big cup of joe. This is a Kenyan coffee. They're generally quite fruity, a bit more acidic. Tastes like berries and citrus. For those of you that don't know, I used to roast coffee at a coffee roasting business, me in Victoria. So I'm really into coffee. That's why I go on about it all the time. Yeah, it's a good brew. But I'm gonna get these crumpets on. I've got 4 crumpets. And I'll probably cook them all. Got them in a little Ziploc bag. It's quite difficult with the gloves on to do all this type of stuff. Come on, let's go. Oh, I just ripped the bag. How many will fit? So these are the crumpets. Probably chuck 2 in. We'll see how they get on. I'd say they'd cook up pretty quickly, but I don't have a plate, so I'm going to have to eat them with my fingers, which will be a little bit of a pain, but should be alright. My butter's going to be completely frozen too. I think I'll just put the butter in now. Cook them in the butter. Whoa. Just want to get it all out of here. I carried it all the way up the mountain and I want to eat it all. There you go, you can see it starting to melt in there. Oh my goodness, these are going to be so nice. Crumpets, maple syrup, and coffee in the snow. Ooh, you can hear that sizzle. Oh, that's a real good coffee actually. Probably the best brew that I've done. Look at this. Again, these are little Coghlan's dispensers. So in here, that's just pure Canadian maple syrup. And I'll just put that all over these crumpies. I can smell that butter. Oh man. The Rab 0G. I've always wanted this jacket. I think it's the warmth to weight ratio is the best of any jacket on the market. I think. It's kind of like in between like a lightweight jacket and a belay jacket because it's got 130 grams of fill, but because it's such high fill weight down, it's probably the same warmth almost as a belay jacket. So it's quite an incredible piece of gear, very technical. Not really designed for sitting around like this, but you know, it's perfect if I want to keep weight down and be warm. Sizzling. Not really sure how much I'm supposed to cook these. I guess until they're just nice and golden. I think these are done. The wind's picking up again and it's blowing snow all around the place. Alright. I'll just eat it with my gloves on. Look at this. I'll give you guys the maple syrup close up. I can smell all this butter. Oh man. Look at that. Woo! Oh yeah.
This is perfect. So simple. Man, they're good. Why are they so nice? The maple syrup is absorbed by the crumpet. There's all these treats in life that I just don't know about because I don't eat them at home, but I get to experience them out here. Well, I'm probably going to cook up the other two and eat those. Enjoy being out here. And then I suppose it's either hang out or pack up. But this has been an amazing trip. Really happy with the amount of snow. It's just awesome. But I'd just like to say thanks to everyone who watches, thumbs up, likes, comments and subscribes. I really appreciate it that you take your time to watch. And recently we set up memberships and a couple of you guys have signed up for members, so really appreciate that. You know, it takes a lot of effort to come out and do the trips. It costs a lot. Like I drove, it's like a 250 kilometer round trip just to get out here. But I love it. But seeing you guys show support back is really cool too. So really appreciate that. And just, yeah, appreciate everyone who tunes in. But I'm gonna have this second batch of crumpets. Then I'm probably gonna pack up and get out of here. But I'll come back for pack up and walk out, which should be real cool. And we'll see how much snow's up on the tops and the tussocks. But I better get on with these crumpets. Whoa. Alright, camp's all packed up. We're gonna head out. It's pretty dark up there and windy, so it's gonna be a pretty cold walk across the tussocks. I'm gonna pack this kettle away. So the leftover water in here is freezing. Just everything's so cold and frozen. But that was a pretty good pack down. The tarp wasn't wet. It didn't rain before it snowed, so it wasn't like as bad as it was on the last camp. But I'm gonna head out now, make my way to the town, and then into the winter wonderland. And I'll film some of that because that's incredible. Whoa! The snow has come down so low. It's right down in the valley. It's gone below 400 meters. The snow might have gone down to 200 meters. Everything is covered. It's amazing. It's so nice up here. It's very, very cold. I took my puffer jacket off to walk, but I gotta make my way back up to the ridge there and down and along and into the forest. But it's just incredible. The dump came down so far. So I've made it into the trees and I'm in the winter wonderland again. Rather incredible, absolutely awesome to walk through here when the beech trees have been dumped on like this. But I'm gonna head along the ridge. I'm actually gonna bump into Tony from AV Camping. He's up here too. So we'll go see Tony and Bruno for a coffee. I think he's expecting me. And then we'll head all the way down the valley and back to the car. But I'll get a little bit of footage of Bruno for everyone, because I know people like Bruno. Not so much Tony, but just Bruno. But this is just crazy. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And I did it again, made it out for the dump. So I'll meet back up with you guys to say goodbye with Tony and Bruno. This is Tony's camp. I must have taken too long. Slow walking in the snow along the ridge. Maybe I'll catch up to him on the way down. That'll be funny. Anyway guys, what a trip. I'm gonna pack the camera away now and carry on all the way back down the valley. Hopefully catch up to Tony, because that'll be funny. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good week. Bye bye. Alright, so I finally caught up with this old man. Where's...
You know you're standing on the edge of a ledge here, right?
Yeah, you won't risk it. I might not die. We're down at the big, what do you call this?
Ravine.
The traumatic event of nature.
Chaos theory.
And there's snow all the way down here, so pretty impressive, pretty good dump. And
Bruno would stick.
I don't know, this might be the last dump of the year. What do you reckon?
Nah, I reckon we've got one more good one.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a good trip, a good walk down, and it's quite nice to be out solo. But that's enough from me. See you in the next one.
See you all.
See you guys.